Quick story time. Situation. 2003. Uncle sets me up with a chick that he works with. I think nothing of it. Chocolate, she bad, okay. Go to her crib. Sitting there, we are enjoying each other's company. We're getting close, we busting it up. All of a sudden, her phone rings about 10 times in about 5 minutes. I think nothing of it. Does it again. Now this time about 20 times, 25 times in about 15 minutes. Now I'm looking at her like, yo, you want to answer that? She gives me the, nah, I know who it is. You want to let me know who it is? Her exact words is, oh, it's just my ex. We just broke up. You know, ain't about nothing. He just can't take no for an answer. And I'm like, you sure I should be over here? She say, yeah. We sitting there, we getting all hot and heavy, start to kissing, start to touching. Phone rings again, and it constantly keeps ringing. Now I'm looking at her like she's sideways. She finally answers the phone. First thing I hear from homeboy on the other end is, who you in the crib with? She goes, nobody. I'm in the crib by myself. Now I'm looking at her like she's sideways. Because why are you lying? If it's your ex, why don't you tell him the truth? That you got another in the house. All of a sudden, he goes, all right, well, if you ain't in the house by yourself, come open the door. Her eyes got big as a bubbled eyes Benz. Like she just literally gotten and you can see the fear come across her. I've never seen somebody so chocolate turn so white so fast. When she did that, I stood up, I adjusted my clothes, because my man, we was about to get a little hot and heavy. I had to adjust myself real quick. Literally adjusted my waistband, and I pulled out the 45 that I had on me. Cocked one, put it in the chamber, took the safety off. And I told her, I put on my jacket, I said, let's go. And when she looked at me, why you got that in my house? We're not playing these type of games. I'm not about to lose my life because you want to lie. When she opened the door, 3 of his boys came in. All 3 of them had teardrop tattoos on their face. When I had my burner out, they all knew what it was hitting for. Excuse me, I'm walking out the door. You talk to your woman. Listen, gentlemen, a lot of these chicks be gassing us up. Don't go to their crib if you ain't tooled up, because it might be the last time. And a lot of them will put our freedom on the line, because if something would have went off, everybody would have had to go, because I can't leave no witnesses. So be careful if you're going to be on the females' houses. Even when I drive out of state, that joint stay in the damn trunk.
Homeboy said he can't leave no witnesses. Said that she was so chocolate, he never seen somebody so chocolate turn so white so quick. This is a situation, fellas, that a lot of chicks put us in. Women do it too, because a lot of them do not think that a lot of them don't think that we will be in danger, and they don't think about the consequences and the outcome and the results that could go down if you don't have your past situation settled. Now, he never said if this woman had kids or not. This thing could be looked at in all different types of ways. She could just have a jealous ex, a crazy ex, and he's just feeling entitled to just bust on over there and call her up and say I'm at the door and give her a hard time. Or it could be a situation where they have kids together. Maybe the kid was in the house, maybe the kid wasn't. I'm pretty sure the kids wasn't in the house if they had any kids. And his name is on the list. Or she's still entertaining him to a point where he feels like, look, man, we ain't done yet. We still in something. You gotta be careful when you go to people's homes. Now, of course, it could be very dangerous if you let them in your house as well, but they're more safe on your ground than you are of theirs. Because when you're on their grounds, man, you don't really know what that woman got running, bro. Like I said, man, if it's a situation where his name is on the lease, but he don't live there no more, he has every right to go to his house. He has every right to ask her who's up in there, as long as his name is on that lease. If his name ain't on that lease no more, then hey, you gotta go ahead and move on with life, player. But like I said, man, do not be listening to these chicks out here when they say you're safe, you're good. Always take your burner with you, bro. Shit, that's how I get down. I'm not walking in nobody's house, no woman's house, and my burner ain't on me, because you just never know what they come with. They might come with a whole nother set of problems that you don't even want to deal with. Now you sitting there in a lose-lose situation because you ain't got your junk on you, and old boy might come and bum rush you. Another thing what I really kind of took, I really didn't like, was when he said, I pulled out my junk, I cocked it back, put one in the chamber. You should have already had one in the head anyway. You should have already had one in the head. If I know somebody, dude about to come over, or he at the door, one gonna already be in the chamber, and my junk is not on safety. Especially if I know he at that door. That's just how I'm gonna rock. But hey, to each his own, you feel me? But I'm glad that the brother got out of that situation, because this is stuff that a lot of guys fall victim to. And it's not a game. You know, the woman gonna be sitting around crying at your funeral, may not even go to your funeral. And somebody in jail, somebody dead, and next thing you know, she moving on about her life. That's not fair. That's not cool. Somebody in jail and somebody dead over this person because they didn't take precaution and realize that you can't put two lions in the same room, especially when he ain't done with the steak yet. Now, if it's a situation where he's just crazy as hell, she knew that man was crazy. Even if he had no business going over there, she still knew the type of situation she just got out of. It was still fresh enough for him to feel like, I'm gonna pop up and act crazy. You gotta dead that, man. You gotta go to that man's house, and y'all gotta kick it somewhere outside the city or the state, because you're gonna put somebody in a bad situation and get him hurt. Like I said, thank God this brother got out of that situation. A lot of brothers ain't never made it out of that situation because it was a lose-lose thing for them, and they weren't prepared. They weren't ready. They were bamboozled. They were bum rushed. This is how the rapper, what's the rapper from Atlanta? Y'all know the rapper from Atlanta who just died like a year ago. He was up in the girl's house. The ex came over and shot him dead. You know what I'm saying? Not a cool game, man. While she out here moving on, kikiing in front of all these dudes' face, you gonna be sitting up in jail on a first degree or on a second degree or manslaughter charge. Somebody gonna be in the dirt, or maybe both of y'all gonna be in the dirt, or maybe both of y'all gonna be in jail, and she gonna be moving on with life. And this is why you gotta always take precaution. I don't care if she's the minister. I don't give a damn if she's a nun. I don't care if she's the police chief herself and she can de-escalate the situation herself and she knows all the can of whoop ass. I don't care. Fellas, take precaution. Take your burners with you, your nunchucks, your brass knuckles, something. Protect yourself at all times, because 9 times out of 10, y'all ain't gonna stay with most of the chicks that y'all dealing with anyway. It's only gonna be one. That's the goal, right? Or some of y'all just want to get out here and just have some fun. While you out here in the field, make sure you in the field protecting yourself at all times, and do not take nobody's words for how to protect you. If somebody say, well, what are you doing bringing this in my house? Well, look, if I can't bring it in your house, we ain't got nothing running. And to be honest, you won't even know I got it in the house anyway, because it's gonna be tucked away somewhere. That's why old girl didn't know. I'm not supposed to tell you what, hell no. That ain't how we rocking. So kudos to the brothers, city boys and the country boys up by 90. As far as old girl, man, you got to get your situation straight. And a lot of women out here, a lot of chicks out here done been in those type of situations, and they feel like, well, I'm grown, and you know, I'm going to point the finger at this person. They should be acting like this anyway. Why are they so jealous? Or nah, you control that situation, all right? Because if you can't control it, somebody's going to de-escalate it or escalate it. You feel me? However it goes. So what are y'all thoughts about this, man? Y'all be careful.